And now, something Coronet farted out over a weekend. You can see stuff, you don't get a crick in your neck, you can avoid talking to hippies, I don't know. Wow, that name is a 5th grade bully's dream come true. Pearl Douglas.
Who are the people who are most likely to succeed?
I'm gonna guess white kids.
What's the secret of their success? Let's see if Nick Baxter can help us find the answer.
Lick, Lee, succeed.
Say, Nick, what are you doing?
Sounding it out.
Nothing. Are you just gonna finish your table? Not right now.
Can I eat it?
You mean to say you're gonna stay after school to loaf again? Uh-huh. Well, what are you doing?
It's really important that I know.
Oh, reading that article I wrote for the paper. Pretty good, huh?
Why don't I ever get chosen for something like this? Most likely to succeed.
Because you smell like corned beef.
What have these kids got that I haven't got anyway?
So that's it. Did you read the rest of the article? You know, I interviewed these kids and, well, it was really interesting what they had to tell me.
I made a short film about it. Tell me what you think. Oh, hi.
How do I get high grades? I work for them.
I mean pay.
I'm not going
pay
to
for them.
school just to put in time. I want to be somebody.
I'm pretty close to being James Franco, I think. Oh, hi.
How do I find time for so many activities? I plan for them. I like to make the most of my spare time.
Social life in the toilet, huh? Oh, hi.
Why do I have so many friends?
Who are you talking to over there?
Well, I like people. I want them to like me.
Then never sit like that.
I want to learn how to get along with them better. That'll always be important to me.
If you see any of these kids, call the police
Now, does
immediately.
that help answer your question?
I still don't exactly see why they were picked.
Well, it seems to me they're all saying pretty much the same thing.
My dad is
To
rich.
succeed in something, you have to have a purpose and make plans for reaching it and work at it all the time.
Sounds crazy to me.
What are you smoking?
Well, what are you doing after graduation?
I'll think about that later.
Are you planning what you'll be doing next semester?
Good night, no. Why should
You
I?
sound just like my parole officer.
Well, what about next month or next week?
I don't know. What's the idea?
Well, what are you doing this afternoon?
Look, I'm just not
No.
into you.
There's nothing to do. If I go home, there'll be homework, or work to do around the house, or something. I'm tired of it.
Brother, you do need a purpose and a plan. You should be working on your future right now.
Look, is this a Jesus thing?
Well, have you ever figured out what you'll be like in a few years? Why don't you look ahead?
Don't preach at me.
Preachy preacher.
Purpose. Plan.
Stupid.
Looking ahead.
It's bogus.
As if you could tell what you'll be like in a few years.
As if you could coordinate your tie and your shirt.
Or can you? What about Ed?
He was arrested for mail fraud.
He'll probably wind up as a scientist. That's what he's aiming for. And he studies hard.
He's got a clipboard and everything.
Maybe you can figure that Jean will be pretty active in clubs and things. Because she's pretty active now.
But enough about Gene.
And, well, Terry would sure do all right in politics with that knack he has of making friends.
And he loves hookers.
Well, I suppose you can figure out where some people are headed for. But, say, Don,
Your article
suppose
eats.
you could look ahead like you said. Do you suppose you could figure what I'm going to be like in a few years?
That's not hard. Judging by the way you're going, I'd vote you least likely to succeed.
Ouch, dude.
A guy without any purpose or any plan.
I have a special purpose.
You're liable to end up just being a drifter. Maybe even a bum.
A bum?
Do you really think the bum community would have me? This young chap has the mental fortitude of a discarded box spring. Later, in Tennessee Williams' imagination... Oh man, I'm all out of urine. At least I still have this giant wad of Play-Doh to munch on. Is he gonna sing a defiant but vulnerable ballad about life on Skid Row? Your bum sweater's got a little catch there, buddy.
That could be me.
If Congress keeps it up.
Nothing but a bum. What am I saying? That won't happen to me.
I'll probably die first.
There's nothing to all that about purposes and plans and looking ahead. That's book stuff. Just trying to put the old scare in me.
Yes, that must be it.
Forget about it.
Poignant object lesson. You are clear to land in 3, 2, 1.
Now what's the matter? Can't I even build a simple table?
I'm dumber than the script for grown-ups.
I have to figure out how I want it to look, and make a plan for building it. Let's see.
I want my table to have flame decals and cup holders and a spoiler and a touch screen and Bluetooth and...
There. That's the way I want it to look. Now I have to figure out just how to make it.
This is where being mentally
Right.
deficient and mechanically inept cause certain problems
Right.
for Nick. Coronet Films acknowledges that building montages are kind of a cheat, but the alternative is watching the full 16-hour ordeal, complete with emotional breakdowns, drug relapses, angry phone calls to ex-girlfriends, heavenward screams of, "Why did you do this to me?" This is much easier to take. You'll thank us. This part's not a metaphor for anything, by the way, just making a table. The triumphant completion of this table shames my enemies.
That's better. Now I've done something the way it ought to be done.
Alone and wearing an apron.
It started to shape up as soon as I made these sketches. When I saw how I wanted it to look and made plans for building it. Plans. Sketches.
Voiceover.
Measurements. Wait a minute. That's what Don was talking about.
What a douche.
That's what I have to do with my own future. I've got to look ahead and imagine not what it will be like if I just keep drifting, but what I want it to be like.
I gotta sand the edges and apply a varnish.
Hello?
Table guy.
Oh, hello, Dad. Fine, thanks. How are you and Mother? Great.
You enjoying the table?
Say, Dad, you'll want to know. I've been elected chairman of the community club. That's right. Will you and Mother be my guests at the club dinner? Good. Mary and I will expect you.
Everything's been great since the montage. Table.
Yes, I want a future that's something like that.
But with better blocking.
I want to be happy. Be somebody. Have a good job. Friends. A home. A wife and kids.
In a man cave with Xbox and stuff.
How do I get there? If that's my purpose, how do I reach it? How?
Plastics.
Detailed plans of how to achieve my purpose.
Nah, out loud it just sounds dumb.
And I'd better be getting at it right now. I can write them down,
With a pen.
add to them as I go along, change them even. But the important thing is having plans. Plans to work with.
Oh, wait. Spike TV's having that side boob countdown tonight.
Yes, Nick is learning the importance of looking ahead. He's making some decisions about the kind of future he wants and some plans to reach it. Nick wants a happy home life in the future.
Sure.
So he is finding out how his own family works right now and why it gets along so well.
Why he's learning it from Richard Dreyfuss, we don't know.
Nick wants a successful vocational life. So he's getting some idea of the kind of work he wants to do. And he's studying harder to bring his grades up.
Soon he's as arrogant and preachy as Don.
And Nick wants a rich social life in the future. So he is learning how to get along with people better. Because now is the time to start working on the plans you have made to achieve happiness. Having a purpose or goal to plan for has given new meaning to everything that Nick does.
Ambition consumes him and destroys his relationships.
Hi, Nick. What you doing?
Oh, hi, Don.
Hey, that sure looks great.
Thanks. It's fun to do things that come out right.
Wait, that didn't come out right.
Afternoon.
Boy, I'd like to. but I have a date with a guidance counselor. I want to talk over some different kinds of work in engineering.
Really?
Then there's the math club meeting. After that, Bill and Ed and I are having a bull session on chemistry. Then I have a date...
Okay. Boy, you sure have been going places lately.
It's easy, my boy. You've just got to do a little looking ahead.
Nick looked ahead so much he became obsessed with apocalyptic literature and the end times. He currently resides in a bunker with 14 guns and a child bride. Goodbye.